All right, let's talk a little bit about the questions nobody's asking and the answers that nobody cares about on the city.
Yeah, what's this all about?
This is great. A bunch of straw man crap here on the City of St. Augustine website. Gotta love it. We love some of the people down there at the City of St. Augustine. We do. We love everybody. We love everybody. Yeah. We're not attacking anybody personally. We're not going after anybody personally. I just think this is goofy. Yeah. So here we go. The city's frequently asked questions. You can find this at citysaintog.com/nightlife. And let's see. Question number 1. I want to go through some of these because they are funny. Will this ordinance close down bars? It will be educational for some people.
Yeah. Because there's a lot of confused people on the whole ordinance.
It would be nice if they actually answered questions that people wanted to know. Will this ordinance close down bars at 10 o'clock? First of all, nobody really is asking that question. Maybe 2 people are under the misconception that this is going to close bars at 10 o'clock. It does have the potential to close bars before midnight, however. But they, of course, say no, the ordinance does not close down bars at all, which is actually sort of false because it also has the potential to close down bars.
It has penalties in it that can close down bars.
And they revisit this question again later down this list. Let's see. Question number 2. Are bar owners going to be responsible for bad actions of their patrons once they leave the bar? This is also not the question people are asking. People are asking if somebody is drunk and coming from another bar, another part of town, like we saw used as an example at the last Nightlife meeting, is that bar going to now be held responsible for actions that didn't happen at their bar? That's the real question. That's the question people want to know. That's not the question on the frequently asked page. So this is, again, not getting to the heart of the issue, not getting to the heart of the question that people have. Of course, they say no. The city, after the city held a workshop to hear from the business community, the draft ordinance was changed to remove all references to offsite activity. Yeah, okay, that was part of the beginning of it, which was also. And we've given the city credit, and we will give the city credit again because they did make some very necessary tweaks to this before the last reading. It's still not finished. I think most people believe it's still not finished.
Not ready.
However, credit to the city, they did make some very, very needed changes to this, of course. They say, if I taste a cocktail as I make it, will it be a violation of the ordinance?
Why are you making it?
No, that's the one change they made. So they wanted to make sure they got credit for making the change.
Right. They're doing a lot to make sure they get credit for the changes, for sure.
Craft bartenders have to taste with the straw, and they have to do
for
that
net.
thing. Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. Let's see. Aren't the requirements for training and security really complicated? It's not really a question people are asking. It's not really something that bar owners are concerned about. It's pretty much the same training they already go through.
Yeah, it's a tricky question.
Their insurance requires them to do that.
Yeah. It has nothing to do with the city.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's their own liability. To have untrained people is, create your own bad business, and you're going to be out of business anyway, whether there's an ordinance or not.
Period. This ordinance has no effect over that. Here's one that we talked about, Troy, that pertains to hotels. Is it a violation of if a hotel guest drinks from the minibar?
Oh, that could be yours. Yeah.
Of course not.
And they don't have the right answer because the domain of our license is the entire property. And in the meeting, they said, "Oh, it only applies to the bar." No, our entire license is our entire property. So they still have not answered that, even though they might be thinking they answered it. I appreciate them putting it in there for me.
Just for you.
Yeah, that's the question we asked. We still didn't get the right answer because they didn't understand the domain of our license.
They say, well, here's their answer on the page. Tell me how you feel about this, Troy. We didn't go through this, by the way, before the show started. This is all new to you, Troy.
Yeah.
They say, no, the ordinance regulates businesses who serve alcohol for consumption on site to the general public, not private charges to a hotel room by the person staying in the room.
Yeah, we are charging them on property.
Yeah.
And our license is the entire property.
Okay.
So yeah, that's just in their own definition, it still doesn't answer the question.
Okay. Okay. You gotta love it. We haven't really had a question answered so far on the frequently asked questions.
So far, yeah. Feel very,
They answered it.
There are technically answers there.
Yeah.
I'll give them partial credit.
Partial credit. Yep. B students have.
Yeah. My liability.
We're still at about a D on this FAQ.
Okay.
Section here.
Well, what about private receptions?
Private receptions ordinance does not regulate state caterer permits. That wasn't really one of the questions I was going to go through.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Well, that was a
It's
good
just not
question.
Okay.
Number 7.
Okay.
If we try to comply with the rules and we make a mistake, can the city revoke the permit? They kind of make it sound like no, although yes, they can after a few mistakes. They say the ordinance has a gradual enforcement mechanism. For the first violation, you will only get a warning to fix the error within 10 days. The purpose of the ordinance is to get everyone to follow the industry best practices. Says the city of St. Augustine, these are industry best practices.
That check mark goes against you.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
it does. That goes against you as a strike. They say the purpose of the ordinance is to get everyone to follow industry best practices and comply with existing rules and regulations. The city wants this to be a successful program that makes our nightlife and economy even better, creating a safer, more enjoyable environment for repeat customers to all establishments. So they don't even get to the heart of the question and the answer. Yes, they can revoke the permit after a certain amount of strikes. They don't answer that in this question. Yes, they can. So that's another strike against the city on this frequently asked questions. Let's see. Does the ordinance have a bunch of new requirements that my bar has to follow? Well, a lot of it is things that bars are already following.
Yeah, most of them are already doing it.
Most of them are already doing it. So there's honestly no need for even to have that question. What about other recommendations that came? Oh, I like this one. Troy, you'll like this one. What about other recommendations that came our, nice spelling there. This is literally what it says. What about other recommendations that came out of this stakeholder meeting held by the Responsible Hospitality Industry
Somebody missed the T.
report? They missed the T. Yeah.
Oh, I see that now.
That's okay. It's okay. We all do it.
Dyslexic guy read it perfectly.
Well, yeah.
I'm not even over there, and I read it perfectly.
That's awesome. And powerful.
Oh, so it says this is, it's again a non-answer. The city is also actively looking at many of those recommendations, such as better lighting, longer hours for public restrooms, extra litter and cleanup crews, more police presence with its new downtown unit, a homeless drop-in center, transportation hubs, and nightlife enforcement officer who can better enforce existing ordinances. So the city really breaks down their own argument in this question because that's what we should be doing first. As we've talked about on the show many, many times, and many people have said to the commission, let's put this stuff in place first and see how it works at correcting the problem, because this is at the heart of the problem anyway.
Yes.
And all we have to do is this stuff without the ordinance.
Yeah, that's the part that the study that they paid good money for said to do, and we hadn't done that first. But no, we're going to put the cart before the horse.
They said do all these things, and they said you don't need this ordinance, right?
Well, they didn't say yes or no on the ordinance, but they did not say at this time we need an ordinance like this.
Yeah.
I mean, and that was per conversation that I had with the RHI people. I mean, I sat on that chair. I was the chairman of that committee.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, so I mean, get us some lights, get us some bathrooms open, or trash cans.
So you got to love when the commission says, this erroneous information on the 904 now, and we've literally got a guy who sat on the committee, and we're literally reading the words that you guys put out. So final question. I do think this is an important question, and everybody should check this out. A lot of people have been asking me where they can see the revised ordinance, and they do have that on their list. So if you go to, it is a link.
Got it.
So if you go to citysaintaug.com/nightlife, go to question 12, you will find the link to the revised ordinance there for you to check out. And that is important because a lot of people do want to know where they can find that revised ordinance. And that's
Do you want me to put that in comments?
If you don't mind, that'd be great.
Oh, what did he say about the sound ordinance?
Sound ordinance.
Did they have that on the question?
Emergency curfew or evaluation because of a hurricane. Nobody really cares about that. Do I need an after hours?
Did you? I mean, you were there.
Yeah.
How did the mayor not get that?
What, the sound part of it or the hurricane part?
The
hurricane part. I know.
You know, it's state of emergency, martial law.
Yeah.
This rule doesn't do it. So you're saying, how did you not get that? That was like the easiest thing.
No comment, Troy. No comment.
That was actually sad to watch.
Do I need an after hours permit if I only have one night or a New Year's Eve party? Nobody really cares about that either. I mean, these are not the pressing questions that people are asking. And no, there's nothing about the sound ordinance in there.
Okay.
No, are you shocked?
Yeah.
No.
Well, they're not enforcing it as it is. So let's add another ordinance we're not going to enforce.
Yeah. So,
or we're only going to enforce this one. We're going to pick and choose which
because this one has money.
Yeah.
A lot of money.
Yeah. So the only important item here in this frequently asked questions, they didn't put any of the actually frequently asked questions in there, but number 12 is where you can see the revised ordinance. So I would recommend going to citysainaug.com/nightlife, laughing at the question and answer section, and then going to question 12 and checking out the new revised ordinance. And again, credit to the city. We will give credit where credit is due. They made some very important revisions. It's still not done yet, and we don't need to be rushing this just so that we don't get sued.
And humor is a great medicine.
Humor is a great
So laugh at the questions. It's going to get your mind right to read the ordinance so you don't get too angry.
There you go. Yeah.